I'm the program manager at the Fort Collins, Colorado location. Before we get going, just a quick few things to mention. This is February, new month. We have some new announcements, things going on. We have our winter games starting at the end of the week. So join in on that if you're interested in kind of going along with an Olympic themed workout challenge. And then we also have our cooking demo this month is going to be cheesy beef and veggie burritos. So join in on that, or you can always watch the recording, find it posted on Slack if you're interested. We can't make it. All right, let's get going with some flexology. So now I mentioned this a few times already, but if you didn't hear me, no equipment, and we're going to be standing. So go ahead and stand up. We're going to focus on the upper body. At one point, we are going to use a wall. We're just going to use it for one stretch. So if you don't have it, that's okay. You can use the side of your cubicle or just something to grab onto. You can make do when we get there. But we are going to focus on upper body today. So stand up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back, good posture to start out. We're going to start out with neck circles. So pull your shoulders back, and then we're going to drop our chin to our chest, ear to shoulder, drop your head back, look up towards the ceiling, ear to opposite shoulder, and then come back to that center neutral position. And then you can either alternate directions or do a few one way before we switch to the other side. If you get a little bit dizzy during these, you can hold on to something nearby, or you can close your eyes. That might make you feel a little bit better. And if you notice your shoulders are starting to shrug up towards your ears, put your hands into fists and press down towards the floor. That's going to help your shoulders stay down and focus just on the neck right now. Nice and slow neck circles all the way around. Maintaining good posture, your shoulders rolled back, neutral spine. If you need to kind of reset in between each rep, if you notice yourself starting to slouch or your shoulders creeping up, just kind of focus and reset as you need to. So we're going to do two more, nice and slow as you go all the way around, especially on this last one. If you find a sticking point, kind of hang out there for a second or two, take a deep breath before you keep moving around the circle. Listening to your body, and notice how you are feeling. All right, and come back up into a neutral position. Little shoulder rolls going backwards, loosen it up a little bit. We're going to go into an ear to shoulder neck stretch. So have you take your left fist pressing down towards the floor, and you're going to drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. I want you to feel the stretch in your neck, but it shouldn't be too intense. If it's really tight, really intense, lessen your range of motion, just come out of it a little bit, and your head back up into a neutral. And only dip down until you feel the stretch into your neck. Not any pain or like extreme discomfort. All right, 10 more seconds here. Big deep breath. As you exhale, come back up into that neutral position, and we'll switch to the other side. So now your right fist down, pressing down towards the floor, left ear to shoulder this time. And just continuing to breathe. The longer we hold it, if you can bring your ear a little bit farther down towards your shoulder. But if you're good where you're at, just stay here. Good. Last few seconds. All right, and exhale, come back into that neutral position. And we're going to go into neck flexion and extension now. So for the first one, you're going to have your hands kind of behind your ears on the back of your head. Stand up nice and tall, and then you're going to tuck your chin in towards your chest as far as you can, using your hands on the back of your head to gently press your head farther forward. You should feel a stretch into the back of your neck. Try to make sure that your spine is neutral and you're standing tall, and we're only bending forward at the neck right now, and you're not starting to hunch because you're not going to feel that as much in your neck. Want to be isolating. Good. And just continue to breathe about 15 more seconds. If you can, press a little bit farther down. All right, and gently come back up into the neutral position. And we're going to go into cervical extension or neck extension now. I'm going to have you cross your hands, kind of thumbs over each other on your chest, and you're going to pull the skin of your chest down. And then from here, you're going to drop your head back and look up towards the ceiling. So as we're in this position, continue to pull that skin on your chest down when it's taut, and then look up towards the ceiling. If you need a deeper stretch into the front of your neck as well as your jaw, you can kind of jut your bottom jaw forward. You're going to feel that a little bit more into your jaw. Good. Last 10 seconds here. Continue to pull down on your chest. And exhale and come back into the neutral position. Good. We're going to start working our way down into our shoulders. So for this one, I'm going to have you take your left hand back into that fist, press down towards the floor. And we're going to focus on the right side. You're going to have your right hand relaxed, palm facing towards you. And then you're going to slowly bring your arm up in front of you, up towards the ceiling. As we're at the top, you're going to rotate so your palm is facing away from you, and then come back behind you, bringing it back down towards your hip. And then from here, the starting position, palm facing away from you, reaching back up towards the ceiling, rotate so your palm is facing towards you, and then bring it down in front of you. So we're just doing a big circle with your arm, getting your hand as close to the body as you can as you make these circles, making the biggest circle as you can. Keeping your left fist pressed down towards the floor so your left shoulder doesn't start to rise up. And then palm facing away from you as you're behind the body, and palm facing towards you as you are in front of the body. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just trying to get your shoulder through greatest range of motion that you can. Good. Then let's do 2 more on this right side, and then we'll switch to your left. Nice and slow as we go through this. Good. And 1 more. And back around to the front. Kind of shake it out, relax your body, and we'll switch to the left side. So now your right hand into the fist, press down towards the ground. Left hand, relax, palm facing towards you, bringing it up in front of you towards the ceiling. Rotate so your palm is facing out. Bring it back down behind you. And coming around back to that starting position. Continuing to press your right side down towards the ground. Your shoulder does not shrug up. Good. Make sure you're going slow. Catch myself going a little too fast, especially when I'm talking, but nice and slow. Continuing to breathe, especially if you find like a sticking point, feels kind of like you're slowing down quite a bit. Just breathe through it. Any discomfort. Might find that one side feels a little bit tighter than the other. That's okay. My left side feels a little bit tighter, so my body wants to rotate open with my arm, but try to keep your chest and shoulders facing forward, and only the arm is moving backwards. You rotate, you're just compensating, you're not actually stretching anymore. Good. So 2 more. Maintaining good posture for these last few. Good. And back around to the front again. Kind of shake it out, swing your arms side to side, out like a T, and then cross body. Movement back in if you're starting to feel a little tingly. All right, go into a cross-body shoulder stretch. So again, good posture, rolling the shoulders back, standing up nice and tall. And across your right arm over your body, hook it with your left arm, and gently pull into the stretch. Feel it into the front of your shoulder. I guess it's more of the back. It's in front of your body, but back of the shoulder. Pull it across, maintaining the good posture, and just continuing to breathe. We have another 20 seconds here. The longer we hold it, if you can, if your body starts to relax, pull a little bit farther across your chest. 10 more seconds. All right, come down. We'll switch to the other side. So now left arm across the body, hooking it with your right arm and gently pulling across. Maintain good posture. Stand up tall. Good. Again, the longer we hold it, if you can, pull a little bit deeper across the body into the stretch. And continuing to breathe, softening your body, not holding too much tension. All right, shake it out a little bit. Now we're going to go into a overhead shoulder stretch. So a couple different options for this one. You're going to reach your hand up nice and tall up towards the ceiling, and then you're going to bend your arm. The palm of your hand should be in the middle of your back. If you feel this stretch enough into your shoulder right here, you can stay here. And if you need a little bit more, you can take your left hand, reach up and over, and then press your right elbow down, walking your right fingertips down your back. You can stay here. If you are very flexible, you can even reach under with your left hand and clasp your fingers together and pull that way. So, a few different options here. 15 more seconds. So if you can, press or walk your fingertips down your back a little bit farther, deepening the stretch. And continue to breathe. All right, gently come up out of that, and we'll switch to other sides. Now, left arm, reach up tall towards the ceiling, bend your elbow, placing your hand in the middle of your shoulder blades, and then choose whichever variation you want. Each side might be a little bit different, so if you need something different on one side than the other, it does not have to look the same. Good, keep breathing. Next exhale, try to deepen the stretch a little bit. Walk your fingertips farther down your back. All right, and gently come up out of that. Again, kind of shake it out a little bit. And this is the part where we're going to use the wall or something nearby for a chest stretch. So you're going to be close to a wall. You can use the edge of your cubicle or anything that you can kind of use to leverage into the stretch a little bit more. But you're going to be a little bit of a staggered stance with your feet. The one that's closer to the wall should be far forward. The one that's farther away from the wall is backward. But you're going to take your right hand, or whichever hand you're starting with, and sweep up along the wall in front of you, all the way behind you. So kind of similar to those shoulder movements we were doing far away from the wall. To start, just sweeping it back and forth. And some movement into your chest. And rotate a little bit as we're coming back to the back if you need to, but you stay facing forward. You might feel a little bit deeper into your chest. And if you need a little bit extra, you can kind of press your hand into the wall. It's going to allow your muscles to contract. And then exhale and relax. So we'll go between pressing into the wall and then relaxing your hand. All right, on this next sweep backwards, we're going to hold it in this back up position. So you should reach kind of behind you. up nice and tall. And this time we're just going to hold it for 30 seconds. So breathe through this. You should feel the stretch into the front of your shoulder and your chest. Hands going to be slightly behind you up against the wall, pressing into it. And then if you need a deeper stretch, turn away from the wall. Get kind of intense quickly. So if your chest is tight, go nice and slow as you turn away. Good. Let's do this for 10 more seconds and then we'll switch to the other side. All right, gently bring your arm down and kind of shake it out a little bit. Might feel a little bit tingly. We're going to switch into the other side. So starting out with the sweeps and then going into the hold. So front foot is the one that's closer to the wall. You're just going to start by sweeping along the wall, coming backwards and then back forwards. And for this one, the closer you are to the wall, the more intense the stretch is going to be. So you can always step a little bit farther away. That might feel better to start. And as you start to warm up, step a little bit closer in towards the wall. Good. Trying to keep your chest facing forward. We're only moving this one arm at a time. So we'll do about 2 more. And then on that last one, we will hold it. All right, so we're gonna hold now. So reach up a little bit farther behind you, up nice and tall towards the ceiling. And we're gonna hold this for about 30 seconds. So just breathe through it. And one side might be a little bit tighter than the other, so it might feel better if you scoot farther away from the wall if this side's tighter, or you might be closer to the wall. And then turn your chest away from the wall to deepen the stretch. Good, about 10 more seconds. If you haven't already tried to turn, try to turn away from the wall, deepen the stretch a little bit, breathe through it. All right, you can drop your arm down, shake it out a little bit. Again, it might feel a little bit tingly to go into that. All right, this next one going to be into the chest in front of the shoulders as well. You're going to cross your hands behind your back, grabbing your forearms, kind of clasping your hands against your forearms. And then from here, you're going to pull your forearms apart. So it's going to be an iso hold. You're not really going to actually be moving. It's going to be pulling them apart, holding it here. Stand up tall, puff your chest out. If this one that is not doing it for you, you can clasp your fingers together and press down towards the floor. Find when I clasp my forearms together, I feel it a little bit more in my chest. Good. 15 more seconds. So just continuing to breathe. All right, you can let your arms relax. We have 2 more for you. So we're going to do a standing cat-cow. For this one, if you have your desk or something available, you can place your hands on your desk or your chair. I'm just going to place my hands right above my knees. And then from here, I'm going to arch my back, bringing my belly down towards the floor, squeezing my shoulder blades together and gaze forward. Big inhale in this position. And then as you exhale, round your spine and press your upper back away from you up towards the ceiling or the wall behind you. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. And then moving with your own breath, you're going to inhale and arch. And exhale and round. So you can go a little bit slower or faster than me. Whatever feels good for you. Going nice and slow, thinking about moving your spine 1 vertebrae at a time. So segmenting your spine as you round and as you arch. Good. Last few here. Do 1 more of each, arching, squeezing your shoulder blades together, gaze forward, and then exhale and round. And you can slowly come all the way up to standing, finish it out with a couple of shoulder rolls going backwards. Good. Bringing your shoulders up towards your ears as much as you can, and then rolling backwards, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Nice exaggerated movement. All right, and shake it out a little bit if you need to, but thank you guys so much for joining me today. Hopefully you're feeling better.